Thanks, Eric. It's great to be here, and it's great to see everybody, and I appreciate Eric putting this all together, and I appreciate the media that's in attendance today. We just finished up our sixth straight winning season last year, which was a school record for us, and we want to keep that going. It's going to be tough. We've got a tough preseason schedule when we added Carson Newman. It's a program that year in, year out could be playing for the national championship. Coach Sparks is the winningest active coach in college football right now, and we're really, really excited and fortunate to have a program like that coming to Golden, Colorado. And it's just a one-year deal. The non-conference scheduling is pretty tough right now to find games, and they couldn't find one. We couldn't find one. We definitely didn't want to play only 10 games. So Carson Newman coming in September 14th is really going to be an exciting event in Golden. But another thing that happened was us replacing our athletic director, and we hired David Hansberg, and we're really, really excited where our athletic department can go. And just visiting with David through the search process and the few days he's been on campus, he gets it. He's got a great football background, and he understands what you need to do, not only to compete on the conference level, but the national level. So I'm very, very fired up, and been at Mines for this going on 13 years, but I feel like I'm 35 again and just starting, and it's really going to be great working for David. But 14 returning starters, 8 on defense. That's going to be great. We've been playing the same kids it'll be the third season for most of them playing. Got a lot of seniors on that side of the ball, and we really expect great things from that group on defense. And probably the toughest position we got, the best players we've got on defense and the best leaders is inside linebacker. Tyler Denson comes back as a senior. He's a New Braunfels, Texas kid, and been playing a lot of football for us for a lot of years, and he is the leader on the defense. And Billy Sprague next to him out of TJ in Denver just came on tremendously last year. And Chris Pinson also started some games out of Allen, Texas, and he's a junior. Outside linebacker Chad McGraw is one of the best we've ever had out of Douglas County. He led our team in tackles for loss last year. And Cole Cadavy is a kid out of Greeley up north, and he had a heck of a year for us. And if you see him on the hoof, you're like, man, that guy can't play, but he puts the pads on and brings it. He led our team in sacks last year, was a heck of a player. Emmanuel Graves is another guy that can really run and was still learning the position last year, learning the defense, and he's going to be a good one for us this year. Defensive line should really be strong. We've got 3 seniors up front. Jake Utley at nose guard out of Bear Creek, Kelly Zimmerman, another senior out of Grand Island, Nebraska, and Alex Laudenschlager, a senior out of McKinney, Texas. Those guys are really going to anchor that up front, and it all starts up front on both sides of the ball. And we got some good ones there. Matt Craig made some starts at D tackle for us out of Allen, Texas. He's a junior. And Mike Miller's going to play a lot at DN for us out of Douglas County and as a senior. So it's nice to see that we've got 4 seniors and a junior at the D-line position. At safety, Ryan Wood's back, his 4th year starting for us out of Smithson Valley, Texas. We've had a lot of kids out of that high school, and he's been a great leader on the back end for us. And Sean Kobalinski be another guy back there we really trust out of Tucson. And Ryan Griffiths was a freshman out of Smithson Valley, Texas that really came on in the spring. We expect great things from him at safety. Cornerback, Ian McFadden's back, 3rd year starting for us out of Mesa, Arizona. He's just a junior. And Jalen Champagne, brother of Tevin, our running back, is a freshman and had an unbelievable spring ball. And we expect him to start at the other corner position. And Rylan Hess will play a ton for us at cornerback and had a lot of experience last year. Offensively, everybody talks about, what position you want returning, quarterback. We've got a good one. We had a kid as a sophomore, Matt Brown, that threw for almost 3,900 yards and 31 touchdowns. Really had a nice year. Set school record for passing in a game for us, and we expect a lot of big things for him. He was a baseball player this last spring. You know, it's not great not having him in spring, but the positive thing is Joe Schneider, a sophomore, took all of our snaps in spring. Probably had the best spring of any quarterback we've ever had in spring, and that includes Chad Freehoff. And so we feel really solid at the quarterback position now, feel now that we've got the depth that we might be able to do some things with our quarterback we haven't been able to do in the past. And excited about how Joe came along at that position. Running back, got Dan Palmer back for a 6th year. Got injured early last year and decided to come back. We're excited about that because by the 4th game, we had lost all 3 of our running backs, and we ended up moving, for the last part of the season, we moved a former high school offensive lineman to running back, and it was interesting there for a while. And it's great to have Dan back. We also returned Tevin Champagne, that we did get him back for the last game a little bit in the 10th game, and his arm hadn't healed from breaking it in the 4th game. And he had 100 yards rushing in our 11th game last year. So we've got really 2 strong ones that have a ton of experience, and we really struggled offensively being so one-dimensional, and everybody thinks that all we do is throw it. Well, that's all we could do it last year. Most of the season was throw it, and we can be a little bit more balanced at that position. I think Sam Seaton can also help us a little bit. He'll be a freshman, and this is his 3rd season. He had an injury last year early out of Fort Collins High. You know, the receivers took a hit last year. We graduated 3 really good ones, and we've got to have some guys step up. That H position with David Pavelik had 88 catches, him graduating, and it's going to be interesting to see who steps up. We expect Cole Spurgeon, you know, a sophomore out of Gretna, Nebraska, to be the guy. Court Pietra, a junior out of Rock Canyon, had a great spring, had 13 catches in our spring game. So we think those 2 guys can get it done, and they need to get it done. That's a big position in our offense. Jimmy Ellis is back. He started a few games when Cody Rankin went down. And he had 37 catches for us, so he's got some good experience, and he is exactly like Cody, a little water bug type guy that can make you miss, and it's very important in our offense. Diamond Gillis is back. He's a junior out of Cherokee Trail. Diamond had a great year last year, 45 catches. Expect a lot of great things out of him. And Ty Young, a freshman out of Mullen, a 6'5" kid, we expect to play a ton this year at outside receiver along with Nate Weimers. 2 guys that haven't played yet but had great springs. I think, you know, got great ball skills and should see a lot of time. Jordan Ward should start for us at Y out of Pueblo East. He's a senior, and he's struggled with injuries and hasn't got on the field as much as he should have, but he had a great spring also. We return a pretty good group on the offensive line. Ben Dellenbach and Joe Perfield are 2 seniors that have been really solid for us the last couple of years. C.J. Dickerson moves in at center. He's a junior out of Chandler, Arizona. Ryan Bott started some games for us at right guard when Adam Seibel went down. And Kyle Gilbert will move into the right tackle position, and he had a great spring. Fletcher Hunt started a few games. He'll be our 6th guy that we can kind of move to any position with him. But we feel pretty good about that O-line, and we've got some young ones that need to step up here in fall camp and get ready to go. Kicker, Avery Llewellyn out of Durango, had a really solid freshman year last year. He was 10 for 12 field goals, and we told him last spring he's going to have to punt, and we really don't have a punter, and if you know me, I don't really care if we punt. So we may go for it a lot next year. And Coach Benson doesn't really like to hear that, but we probably won't put the punter out on the field very much. And Avery can do the job. But I remember last year we had really a great punter. He led the nation, I think, 3 of his 4 years. And some games we couldn't get him. Well, some years we couldn't get him qualified because he didn't punt enough. So I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to 4th down. You got 4 downs, you might as well use them. And we plan on using them this year. But really like our group. We've got 22 seniors, biggest class we've ever had. And when you talk about an engineering school, keeping 22 guys around playing football and and with our academic rigors, it's saying something. When I first got there 13 years ago, if we had 6, 7 seniors, it was big time. And now having 22 is really, really exciting, and we got a lot of leaders in that group. So we expect some good things. This league, top to bottom, you got to play every single week or you're going to get beat. But it's going to help our league in the playoffs. We've got some teams that can really get it done on the national level, and week in, week out, you don't know who's going to win. 10 years ago, you knew exactly who was going to be 1, 2, or 3 in the league every single year. Not the case now, and everybody's got a shot at it, which makes it fun. Any questions? All right, thank you very much.